So apparently efforts are underway to salvage President Biden's Build Back Better bill, but the real problem is that it's riddled with contradictions and falsehoods, starting with its name. The media, however, is taken to claiming that it's all about those poor kids living under the poverty line and how this bill would magically change their lives. But the overwhelming majority of this bill, including the almost $300 billion for rich elites in blue states, is completely different, right? There's billions in subsidies to car companies, union shops only, again, for elite customers. Even the cash inside that child tax credit is being promoted as a way to get people back into the workforce, but that's specious at best. By their own admission, very little of these monies that have been sent out so far under this plan actually used for child care. Try 4%. Liberals used data from the Census Bureau, and they put a whole lot of it out yesterday to prove that this money wasn't wasted. In fact, courts went the extra mile to use this same chart to prove that to taxpayers that their funds and these checks that went out weren't used to buy drugs. Ironically, by underscoring the facts here that these checks help make people's lives more comfortable, they also support worries that these funds would disincentivize working. It's all really a smokescreen, right? The usual PR tactics of using the pain and suffering of poor Americans to take actions that really line the pockets of rich elites. Fully eligible for these child care folks, you should see the numbers. It's anything but poor. In fact, the credits begin to phase out for households earning up to $400,000. And I got to admit, I despise the fact that the left's real agenda uses this ploy over and over again. They hijack the pain of folks struggling at the lower rungs of the income ladder. Finally, the table also proves what I've always said about our economy. It's trickle up. It's direct payments to big business and big donors after a really quick detour to lower income household bank accounts. Sometimes they give them those cards, right? Nancy Pelosi, in fact, would have called this the multiplier effect. Now, I guess if you think about it that way, it is shared prosperity, but it doesn't cure poverty. The only thing it does is make the status quo more entrenched. So if lawmakers want to help folks, they would give them the tools. They would give them the incentive to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. I want to bring in former White House economist Joe Lavorgna. Joe, yesterday Goldman Sachs, when they lowered the GDP estimate for 2022, the financial media, all the media pounced. They said, see, this is proof. Build Back Better was a great financial deal and Manchin ruined it. What would you say to that?
I'd say that economists forecast to the decimal place, Charles, because they have a sense of humor. We could drive a truck through anyone's forecast for a year. I think it's absolutely absurd. Anybody's cutting a figure by a couple of tenths of a percent in this quarter or that quarter. That's not science. That's complete and utter speculation. Having said that, the outlook next year will be for much weaker growth, Charles, mainly because a lot of this year's growth was due to government stimulus that lifted the savings rate up to 27% as recently as April. That money has now been spent. The savings rate is back below its pre-pandemic level. The absolute level of household savings is back below its pre-pandemic level. And the consumer, which has had a boom in 2021, will effectively have a bust in 2022. The Build Back Better program really doesn't have much of an impact on growth next year. If anything, it might keep the Fed a little bit easier. Right. But we need to sort of separate sort of big picture fiscal initiatives from what's really happening cyclically, and I do see a pretty sharp cyclical downturn coming next year.
You know, it's interesting. Jim Rogers used to always say, show me $1 trillion and I'll show you a good time, which, I thought about as you were explaining this.
Oh, by the way, Charles, now that you mention it, if you look at the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, which is bipartisan, this isn't left or right, there is roughly $1 trillion of COVID-related spending that is yet to be allocated or dispersed. So there's a lot of money that's there that still could be used. We know state and local governments are flush with cash. We don't need any more spending right now, that's for certain.
Right. And I wanted to ask you about the inflation side of this, right? So, and again, we look at this year, you look at wage growth. It has been phenomenal. Nominal wage growth has been very impressive, but real wage growth has been negative. In the most recent month, it was down 1.9%. So, I mean, net, if I have more money in my pocket, but I can buy fewer things than I could just a month ago, am I making any progress?
That's right. The answer, if you ask consumers, is no, Charles. If you look at surveys from the University of Michigan or consumer confidence from the Conference Board, they show very low levels of confidence despite a very low unemployment rate. And many households are saying now is a very poor time to buy largely because of this high inflation. It's the number one issue on many voters' minds. Even if over the next couple of months, let's say, for argument's sake, the monthly rate of inflation falls by half, the arithmetic still works out for inflation to run well above 7%. So if the Democrats in the Congress are looking to salvage Build Back Better, just keep in mind it's very unlikely over the next few months you're going to see a moderation in inflation. Those year-over-year rates are going to keep going up.
And Joe Manchin is pointing to this inflation, rightfully pointing to this inflation as one of his main problems. Joe, thank you so much, my friend. Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Charles. Thank you.